Hello, welcome to Saturday Afternoon Adventures. I'm your host, Robot Spacer. Today, Unsecret Crush will be joining us in chat from the other room. We're here to continue King's Quest Mask of Eternity. We ended the stream last week in a skeleton ambush that I am not sure we're prepared for yet. I'm not sure we can get past it without dying, and I'm not sure it's the right time to do that yet. There's a few things we haven't done yet in this area, and I'm not sure if we need to get past this ambush before that, or if it can wait till after. But hello, 6-7, Dr. Shellbait, Valis, great to see you all. And 6-7, thank you so much for that resub, 4 months. And I'm very sorry to hear about your power situation. Hope you are able to get by and then that it comes back on soon. You interrupted Skeleton Fight Club, exactly. Hopefully next time we do that, I can win Skeleton Fight Club without becoming a skeleton. We'll see. So before we start today, I have a little thing I thought we would open up on stream. If you're on our Discord, you might have a guess as to what this is, because I posted about it the other day. So this is a book from Bitmap Books, and I can see through the paper a little bit, and I can tell it's upside down. So let's go ahead and turn that around. And I'm going to go ahead and open it up. This is very well packaged. It came in a nice big cardboard box that had like foam corners on each corner, and then it was in that tissue paper, and now it's got shrink wrap, so very well protected. And Secret Crush says, I saw that in the desk earlier and thought it was a ream of printer paper. Hey, Yuki Moonlight, good to see you. Sad I didn't make it last stream. I love the start of this game, but at least I made it this time. Good to have you here. Let's see if I can get this open. I think I got it. This book is enormous, and it's just full of cool pictures of point-and-click adventure games. And this is the 3rd edition. They added a few things for this edition, including at least a couple of more recent games, I think. And let's see. Contents. We've got all kinds of good stuff. Looks like it's all organized by year. We have starting in 1984 through 2021. There's a bunch of interviews in the book. Got Tim Schafer, Robin Miller, Al Lowe, Dave Gibbons, Jane Jensen, Ken Williams, all kinds of good stuff. I was happy to see they've got some early Mac games in here. Enchanted Scepters. That's one I feel like a lot of people have not heard of. And this is Enchanted Scepters. This is Deja Vu, A Nightmare Comes True. Enchanted Scepters was made with this thing called World Builder by a company called Silicon Beach Software. and I actually have a floppy disk with Enchanted Scepters on it, as well as a copy of World Builder. I think those are in my bin of random access memories. But this was like a early system where you could create your own adventure game, complete with, like, you had a window for graphics and then text on the side, and it was a pretty neat system. Got some early Sierra games here. Just thought we'd flip through a few pages. Hero's Quest, or Quest for Glory. It's a nice shot from Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. More Quest for Glory. I believe I played Deja Vu on the NES, says 6-7. Yeah, the NES version was very interesting also. I really like the style of that one. And the Mac version I always wanted to play as well. I might eventually stream that. Keep having random audio hiccups, but I can't tell if this is my ancient laptop being cursed. Everything looks good on my end. I have noticed that recently on some other people's streams, and honestly, I don't know what the deal is. Let's see, we've got some nice long scrolling backgrounds from The Secret of Monkey Island here. Yuki said, "Erg, fresh book smell is so intense." Once again, my nose is kind of stuffy. Got some Leisure Suit Larry portraits here. Backgrounds. Monkey Island 2, LeChuck's Revenge. Some later Sierra games. Sam Max. This looks like, yes, The Dig. Another one I have fond memories of, but have not played in a very long time. Whoa! Got a whole butt out right there, and Larry all tied up. The Longest Journey. I've not played that one. Gemini Rue. Believe that's a Watch It Eye game. Please correct me if I'm wrong. Hello, Zip. Welcome. You just tuned into. We're looking through the art of point and click adventure games. In a moment, we will get into Mask of Eternity here. Oh, I'm guessing based on your comment, you tuned in right when I was flipping through some Leisure Suit Larry pages. This is Fran Bow, Kathy Rain, Unavowed. Click stream and saw boobies. Well, I'm sorry to shock you with that upsetting imagery. I hope you will recover. And got an index of all the games in the back, including Zork. Oh, that's neat. I've got a list of basically resources for, you know, how you can play these old adventure games or learn more about them and stuff. So they've got, like, of course, GOG and Steam, but other things like ScumVM, which is what I've been using to play a lot of these games. And all kinds of different websites. Mini VMac, that's a good option for playing older Mac games. So yeah, very cool book. I will be looking through that, and if I find anything cool to share, I may do that in future streams. Kathy Rain and Unavowed are high on my recent recommendations for adventures. I picked up Kathy Rain the other day. I've heard that one come up pretty frequently, and definitely looks like something I would enjoy. So that's on my list of games I might stream sometime, but don't have any specific plans for at this point. Yuki says, if I'm honest, I love those older style female portraits with half their boobs out. It's so aesthetically pleasing. Yeah, they're certainly well done. I always think of the video Chocolate Rain when I think of Kathy Rain, as my friends I streamed it with would constantly make that joke. So let's see, where are we at in our notes here? We have many, many different things to do. Somebody mentioned the Hammer of Azrael to us. We've not discovered very much about that. We have the 4 thresholds. There's 4 portals around the fountain where the sylph is hanging out. It seems like we need to solve a puzzle in each one of those. We still have our Spell of Might we're slowly working on. Still have 0 ingredients from that. We have not yet found any additional fragments of the Mask of Eternity. We're still looking for the Swamp Witch to get the Unicorn's Horn back. Honestly, I feel like we're adding to our to-do list much faster than we are crossing things off. But hopefully we'll get there. A lot of these are notes, these different pillars, like the one you can see here. I'll have different hints on them that seem to, suggest how we can work around the puzzles in this area. So, let's figure out what we need to do here. Like I said, there's a skeleton ambush up ahead that we perished in at the end of the stream last week. I'm trying to think if I should, maybe just for kicks, I'll take, hey, Io, good to see you. And I'm glad you like my keyboard. This is a drop alt keyboard from drop.com with a keycap set by BIP or Beep, B-I-I-P, that's inspired by the Apple Macintosh extended keyboard. And I decided at some point that I would really love to have a keyboard that's just got some old Mac vibes to it, and I really like how this turned out. I still I would have loved to get a case for it that was off-white, more matching the keys. This looks pretty nice, but I feel like it's not quite perfect. But yeah, I do love this size. I love the feel of it. Now that I've used it for a bit, I feel like this is not a keyboard that I would use for like everyday use. Like the big thing is like your key presses. Like I feel like I have to be more deliberate. I'm not really sure how to explain that better, but like just it doesn't feel right for like the types of things I do when I'm like writing code or using a ton of keyboard shortcuts, or I have to, press command and option and some letter or whatever frequently. But like for gaming or for writing and stuff like that, I think this is a really nice way to interact. They are Cherry MX Brown switches, which seem to be quite popular, I've found. They've got a nice feel and sound to them. Happy with the choice. Hey, David Alexander, great to see you. They Drop does make they made a limited edition case that's an off-white that would have really looked perfect with this keyboard, but there's like a thing to remind you when they're in stock again, but sometime after I noticed that, I realized it was a limited run of 300 pieces, so I feel like odds are not great it will actually get back in stock ever. But I can hope someday. Ran with MX Browns for a long time. If you like those, it might be worth getting a pack for the Holy Pandas from Drop. Yeah, I was considering those. Sounded interesting, but decided to go with the these ones because just more people are familiar with them. So, you know, without being able to try them out first, it seemed like a little bit safer bet. Anyways, let's see. I think my plan here is we'll try this skeleton ambush one more time. And let's see. Okay. We've got a bunch of potions we can use here. These first 4 are all different levels of healing. I can hit the 5 key to give myself a shield. And I can hit the 1 key to use the strength potion, which might possibly get me through this fight. I'm very skeptical, but I'm going to give it a shot just to see how it goes. Mostly I want to get a feel for whether this fight is even feasible at this point. Just to figure out, like, I'm not sure if we need to get past this fight at this point or if we need to solve more puzzles in the area first. It's kind of unclear. Like, at this point we've explored pretty well, but it's possible we've missed some things. Hey, Silver, good to see you. And thank you so much for that resub. 7 months. It's honestly hard to believe I've even been doing this for so long. But I appreciate all your support. Thank you. All right. First I don't even have my sword out. That's a problem. Here we go. I'm going to do my best.
Come closer, human. You shall learn of your infinite death.
I have no desire to die.
Looks like our volume's a little on the quiet side.
Your quest ends here.
Let me know how that mix is.
When no one crosses the river of death, there is now a new order, and it shall prevail.
My quest is to restore the Mask of Eternity to where it belongs.
You shall meet your
So I'm going to hit this shield potion as soon as I'm able to. And then we'll just click madly and hope for the best.
Be prepared to die.
Oh, shoot. Oh, yeah, we shall see, won't we? So that did not go great. I feel like I could have done a little bit better, but I'm inclined to think we're meant to do some other things before we come here. Oh, was I not healed up before? I was so focused on getting ready to press the right power-up keys, I forgot about making sure I was healed. But yeah, this is a tough area. Oh, you're right. Okay. We'll give it one more shot since it's not going to take long either way. Thank you for pointing that out. Let's see. All right. Get the sword out again. Here we go. This ought to go slightly better at least. The other thing I'm not sure of is what's the best strategy here. Like, should I take out the little guys first or focus on the big guy? It might be better to take out the little guys, so let's give that a shot.
There is now a new order, and it shall prevail.
My quest is to restore the Mask of Eternity to where it belongs.
Unfortunately, I don't think I can skip this dialogue.
But I'll not need to soil my hands with your blood.
Oh, I'm on the crossbow. Oh no. Oh no. I think the game just crashed. That's not great. It's been running extremely well overall. I think the only crashes I've run into have been when I'm like messing around with setup, and like one time I like paused the virtual machine I'm running the game in while things are running, and that caused an issue. Hopefully this is not something that's gonna happen in this particular scene repeatedly or something. I'm copying files again. That's interesting. One of those cleaning discs with the little brushes on the bottom. Like a floppy disk that was designed to like clean off the read head, I assume you're referring to. I think we had one of those at one point. Or at least I'm familiar with the thing you're talking about. Or did they make those for CD-ROMs? Okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah. All right, let's heal up again. Get the correct weapon out. I don't know how I ended up on the crossbow. I might have, in my attempt to do things quickly, I might have accidentally tapped the E key.
I have no desire to die, Spirit, as many a corpse will attest.
Your quest ends here, mortal. For no one crosses the river of death. There is now a new order, and it shall prevail.
My quest is to restore the Mask of Eternity to where it belongs.
You shall meet your death, mortal. But I'll not need to soil my hands with your blood. Be prepared to die, human.
We shall see.
Oh, come on. Come on, Connor. Oh, we got the big guy. All right, we're doing good here. This still isn't great, but we're in much better shape now. Oh, these jerks. Oh, I can't go in there. That's so rude. There we go. Okay, I blew through a decent number of potions, but I think I'm good with that. Hey, Hinton, great to see you. We owe you a death still. You arrived just in time for me to not die. Let's do a save. So yeah, I think we're gonna. My thought was, if I get through this but waste a lot of items, maybe I won't. Maybe I'll restore anyway and try when we're a little better prepared. But I feel good about that, so I think we'll continue. IKEA skeletons. Yeah, you know, random mushrooms that skeletons drop in the dimension of death. They're good for you. Just pick them up and eat them. Don't worry about it. We got a lot of good drops from this guy here. Before that, though, let's just for kicks, I want to just take a big leap off this bridge here. And that's for you, Hinton. I hope you enjoyed your death, and thank you for that redemption. I think it was 2 weeks ago now. We did last week get a armor upgrade. There was a skeleton on a big pillar that we got a nice armor upgrade from. This one we're wearing right now. And I think we got some other items here. Maybe this is all just power-ups. Lots of things went flying, but now that I'm looking closely... Oh, there's a sword. I wonder if that's better than what we have. Let's see. We got a 100-point sword right now. It is better. 105. So, goodbye to our sword from the Lady of the Lake. It was very useful and certainly helped us get through this fight. I think that's it. I wish... Oh, there were some coins there. I wish the monster guts would eventually dissolve because it's kind of hard to see the useful items through all that. Is this a bow we can pick up? No. Crossbows only. I guess that's reasonable. And no drops here. Okay. So let's do another save. Now that I've picked all that up. Clearly we can't actually get across this bridge yet. I'm curious. I am inclined to think the mechanism is not nearby and that it's yet another puzzle we gotta solve. But I'll take a look around. It's making me want to play Dungeon Siege again. I don't think I've ever played that. Yuki says, can you actually pick up worse equipment in this game? It's been so long, I don't think we ever paid attention to that and just went along with it. Yeah, interestingly, I am so sure the manual said that we didn't have to worry about that. But last week, we discovered you can, in fact, pick up worse equipment. So, there's a number here above each thing you have equipped. We've got a 17 for our armor right now, 105 for our sword, and 31 for our crossbow. I just spotted some more coins we missed. So, anytime you pick up something that replaces what you have, this is another thing I didn't notice before, but it actually drops your old weapon. So, we can pick up our previous sword, and now we only have a 100-point sword. And we were also, after we got that 100-point sword, we were able to pick up worse weapons that the skeletons were dropping. So definitely something you want to pay attention to. And that seems to be true of armor as well, though I think in that situation you're probably a lot less likely to find something that's worse than what you have. Dungeon Siege was an isometric ARPG, kind of Diablo-like, but you get a party as well. Very similar looking game. Interesting. King Twist 8, I was so young, my brother and I watched my father play, and we usually were just like, ooh, new equipment. I don't think we ever paid attention to if it was worse or not. So I didn't see any switches over there. Let's heal up a little more. Actually, I'm going to take a better look at the bridge itself. Hopefully I don't accidentally walk in here. Let's see, I think if we can look up. Okay. Oh, okay. It almost looks like this is a switch here on the other side. This water here is like some kind of death water. I think it's maybe like River Styx water. But it's not entirely like I don't understand. Like in King's Quest VI, we had the Land of the Dead, where there was referred to in game as the River Styx. In this game, we have a different. This is the dimension of death. So I guess this isn't the River Styx, but it kind of acts like it, as far as I can tell. Is that the bottom of the bridge that looks like corn? Yes. Yes, it is, and yes, it does. That's very interesting. So this water kills us very quick, as we found when we jumped into it a bit ago. So I don't think we could, just suffer the damage and run across there. I don't think we would make it, even if we blew through a bunch of healing items. It seems to kill you pretty quick. Let me see if we had any... Okay, so we had seek the Bridge of Life to cross the River of Death. I believe that is referring to this bridge right here. But it doesn't really give us any information as to how to use the Bridge of Life when it's... Oh! I just had a thought. I wonder if it's possible to hit that lever with the crossbow. Is that... I mean, we got infinite arrows, so we might as well try it. I hit the wrong thing. Fortunately, I did not have any items in slot 3, so I didn't just waste a health potion. Alright, let's see what happens here.
This will not work. He's not powerful enough.
Interesting. So was that the right idea? We just need a stronger ranged weapon? Fascinating. Okay. We're learning. Need better ranged weapon for bridge. A more powerful corn is required. Exactly. Yeah, I'm a little surprised that worked, but also I might have thought of that because I remembered having to do that when I haven't played this since back when it came out. So I certainly have some memories of the game rattling around in my brain, but anytime I think I remember something, I'm very unsure as to whether it's just a random idea I had or if it's maybe because I remember having to do that. Let's peek at our map here. So this area over here, there's like a small pool of blood, and that seems to be where the mold we need is. And the mold is for this sylph lady that's over here, who said that if she had some rust and mold, she could make some sort of protection spell. I'm not sure what exactly that's going to do. I don't know if that's maybe some way to deal with this death water, or if it's just like level up kind of thing, make us stronger. And then over here also are these 4 portals that each have a puzzle we need to solve. It might be worth going back there and seeing if we can figure out any of those at this point. Oh, right. We had... Did we use all our keys? We might have used all the keys we had. Okay, we did. We had a square key that we used, and in that room we found a round key that got us to... Where did that get us to? I think this area, which let us unlock all these doors in here. Oh, right. And then in here, there was the lever that opened this main gate that got us to the bridge. Okay. This tower here, there's something like lit at the top of this tower. I wonder if I might have missed something there. I went up it and just found like a pile of items, and it didn't seem like we could go up any further. My wife is joining us in chat from the other room today. Maybe Deathwater is tasty like Tang. Unfortunately, I don't think that's the case. We've done our best to taste some of it on a couple of occasions, and it didn't go over well. I don't know if we need to do anything here or not. Whoops.
Where are the souls for transport, good boatman?
Lord Asriel is in prison. All is chaos. The land bleeds.
Aye, I noticed foul pools of blood.
The Sacred Heart is wounded. The Deliverer must heal it.
The Deliverer?
Okay.
Who might that be?
The mortal one who wouldst be judged above all others.
I think that's us.
I see.
So in one of those portals was a like literal giant heart that I assume is what's being referred to. I could not see anything obvious that we could do. You know, we do have 2 potions now that will let us see hidden things. It might be worth trying those in the various rooms beyond the portals. I tried one in the room with the heart and didn't see anything, but it's possible one of the other rooms has something. Val said the flavor is to die for. Yes, correct. Oh, we should also heal up back at the pools there. Oh, right. There's a little area here we have not figured out how to get in. Okay. I'm going to check out that first, and then I'm going to climb this tower again to see if I missed something. And then we'll go back and check out the portals. That's the plan. Unfortunately, no defibrillator kits to be found. It is a great idea, though. I tried, like, you know, the only thing I could think of to even try was to, like, use one of our healing items on it. But there's not any way you can do, like, as soon as you click a healing item, it uses it on Connor. So there's not any way we could give a healing item to someone or something else. Oh, here's the hurt. Okay, so there's no... That's kind of what I thought. There's no lock on this door.
There is something strange about this door.
I just remembered how in Daventry we found a wall that we could just walk through.
Lo, this door has no substance.
It does have a skeleton behind it, though.
You shan't gain the hammer, mortal.
Oh, the hammer!
I can, Spectre, and I shall.
Please die, sir. There we go. Whew. Oh no, there's ghosts. I don't like that. As far as I can tell, there's no way to avoid ghosts. Like, you can't... I don't think you can kill them. You just gotta deal with whatever damage they give you. Hey, Efton, good to see you. That guy not drop anything? That's so rude. So I don't know if we were told what... Just experimenting here. can't do anything about these ghosts. I don't know if we were told what this hammer would do exactly. All I wrote down was Hammer of Azrael. Ooh, ooh. This is not great. Oh, it's a ranged weapon. I was wondering if that might be the case. So I think that's what we need to get the bridge down. Oh, and that got rid of the ghosts at least. Wow, I have like 0 health. There's not even a tiny sliver of red there. I'm going to eat a single mushroom just to play it safe. And then I'm going to go back to that fountain and chug some water. Since I'm so low on health, I think I'll do that before I try climbing up that tower again. I don't know if I said this out loud, but the map shows something glowing at the top of the tower, and we learned previously that the map is like, it changes based on things you do, so like you can see doors opening, and I feel like that glowing at the top of the tower must be suggesting there's something up there that we missed. The other thing I'm not sure of is whether or not we need to solve all the puzzles in this area to progress. Like, it seems like there's some amount of optional puzzles in the game that kind of require us to backtrack. Like, the manual said that the things we need to progress in the game are always going to be in the area we're in. So like once we've gotten to the dimension of death, we'll be able to get to the next area without having to backtrack to Daventry. But there are puzzles in the game that do require you to backtrack. So I don't really know. I don't remember if this game has like I guess I drank too fast. I don't remember if there's multiple endings or anything like that, or if it's just kind of like some, you know, optional stuff to enjoy if you feel like it, if you want to get as many points as possible. But we'll do our best to solve all the puzzles, I think. Okay. I'm gonna go back to the tower. Siku, welcome. Good to see you. Efton's got a very nice holding up floppy disks icon. I think I will save once we get back to the tower before we climb it. Let's see. Okay. I'm getting my sword out because this area here has some zombies that come up from the ground and... Oops. Whoa. I accidentally got out the hammer and there was like a thunder sound effect. Okay, I think the opposite side is where we can climb up. There we go. Oops. I said I was going to save and then I didn't. CQ says Lanky missed you early in the week. Yeah, I was very bummed to have to cancel that stream because I am very anxious to continue the Dagger of Amun-Ra. We went out to see my family on Monday, as I've mentioned previously. I got some family in town this week, so we went out there Monday, and our car's been a little noisy. It's honestly a noise that's been going on for a long time, and we always kind of figured it was brake noise. But my dad, who's a car guy and engineer, checked it out and couldn't find anything wrong. That was honestly maybe a couple years ago at this point. And then, like in December, took it in for an oil change and mentioned the noise then. And they couldn't find anything wrong, at least with the brakes. And sometime recently, it started getting kind of worse. Like, I feel like it has kind of been a come and go kind of thing, or maybe it's just a little less noticeable sometimes. Anyways, recently it got worse, more noisy than it's ever been. So I had my dad take a look at it again, and we determined that now the rotors were in need of either repair or replacement. So we decided to replace them. But that meant my car was not operational for a brief period. So we had to go back out on Tuesday to get the parts back on there and retrieve our car again. So that was why I had to cancel that stream. I'm stuck on a corner. What is happening here? Oh no, am I? Okay, I got out. I was worried I was permanently stuck again. That happened at one point previously. So I think this is the highest part I got to before. How did you get your car if you didn't have a car? Yeah, we borrowed my parents' car briefly. So we had to return that and get our own car back. They could have driven our car for a bit, but our car is quite small, and got a family of 4 visiting from Germany, so they needed something a little bit bigger. I'm having a hard time looking up here. So I don't know if there's something with these torch things that we need to do. I'm just looking through my notes to see if we've come across anything that might possibly be a reference to these. 7 holds the key to the rhythms of life, the number of completeness. That stands out because I feel like there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. I thought there might be about 7 of them. Oh, we got the hammer now. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything that applies. Like, it's possible that this light at the top is just, you know, a drawing of, you know, there's light up here. So maybe it's not indicating something of importance. It always seemed weird that there were just a small pile of items up here. Like the other tower we got a cool new suit of armor from. And this was a lot more work to climb up. I'm gonna take another... Oof. Making me nervous running up here. I think we're walking now. Okay. I'm just gonna keep an eye out for another grappling hook icon up here. Oh no, I'm stuck again. My immediate goal is a little bit of a question mark. Like, we want to get out of the dimension of death, but also there's a bunch of things here to solve, including Mold Quest. I don't really know how important the optional things are. Well, I also don't know how optional they are. It's possible it would be worth trying getting across the bridge at this point. In fact, since we're over here, I think I'll go ahead and try that next, now that we have the hammer. Because I guess ultimately, if we can get out of the dimension of death, then we know all the things we haven't done here are optional, and that, you know, we might need something from another area before we can even solve them. So that's good information to have. Yeah, there is a place where we know is the place to find the mold. I'll wait till we're on the ground again. It seems like the mold is at the bottom of a pool of blood. And we've had some hints about how to get rid of the blood. I kind of suspect we need to heal the heart. Like, let's see. One of the hints was the shedding of blood leads to the pallor of death. The blood of mortality poisons the land. So that kind of tells us blood bad, which we already knew. But then it was also suggested that if we heal the heart, maybe it will solve our blood problem. I don't know. Think I can just go down here? Okay, good. So I'm just gonna look. Oh, right. I'm just looking around the map here. This tower here on the right is where we got the armor upgrade. This tower in the middle is we climbed across a small bridge here, and there was a pedestal there, kind of giving us a hint about the portals, and then putting rocks on these plates around that pillar is what opened the portals. And then this one is still a question mark as to whether there's anything else there. That's our teleport pad if we want to teleport to a different land. This area down here is where we found the circle key. This area down here is where we rescued a small child. And now that I'm thinking of that, presumably that child is back in Daventry now. I'm just going to make a note that we should look for the child in Daventry. I don't know if that's like going to lead us to something else, or if that's just kind of the end of a little optional quest chain. Hey, Lanky, good to see you. We were just talking about you and how I had to cancel my stream on Tuesday. I am excited to get back to the Dagger of Amun-Ra. So yeah, I was just kind of looking over the map to keep an eye out for anything we might have missed. This little blob here, I think, is the brother of the child we rescued, who died while we were talking to him. So yeah, I feel like there's not a lot here we haven't checked out aside from solving the 4 portals. All right.
Oh, it worked.
Nice. I also like that we still have an arrow cursor, even though we're now using a hammer as our ranged weapon. My whole week was disrupted by your cancellation, and I had to run away on a train. Only now do I feel strong enough to return. I am sorry to hear that, but I'm glad you have returned now. Okay, so we got a portal, so I think we're going to a new area here. Actually, let's check out over here before we go. Not sure if there might be something down here. I do really want to get that mold. I'm just thinking a little about whether I want to spend a little more time trying to solve the mold puzzle, or if we should just head out of here. I kind of wish I knew for sure if we are able to solve that right now. I don't mind backtracking, but it's a little slow to do so in this game. Like, you have to spend a lot of time running around and then waiting for things to load in order to backtrack, so. Oh, come on. There you go. When all you have is a hammer, everything looks like an arrow. I suppose that's true. I am sorry to hear you have had to resort to external battery power. I will say, don't waste all your external battery power. You certainly want to have some of that left for an emergency, and the VOD will always be there if you are not able to watch the rest of the stream live. I was gonna save first, so let's say no. We'll just rewrite that one. Seems fine. I don't know what land we're gonna go to next. Yes. Oh, it looks like, oh. I think this is the land of the Swamp Witch. It looks pretty swampy. I'm excited. So we've got like swamp. We've got like a mountainous, I think it's probably gonna be mostly underground area at the bottom here. We've got like snowy mountains in the top right. We've got this islands in the sky up top. I'm not sure. I think there's 7 different areas. Oh, that's cool. Where's Nina?
Where
She
am I
likes
now?
swamp witches. Yes.
Swamp?
It's a swamp, all right. We should do a save. We don't want to have to reload the Land of the Dead if we suddenly die for some reason. Very green here. I like it. Oh. Oh, gross. We're just full on in the swamp, and this thing is hurting us. Did I? Okay, I got him. This is... could be going better. I like the little spin it did as it died. So... oh! Okay. I was just about to say, I'm trying to figure out if the swamp is hurting us or not, and then I was given an answer before I could get the question out. The other thing I was trying to figure out is, like, if those guys dropped anything, I wouldn't really be able to tell. This could be going better. Hey, Culinary, I love your Shrek emotes. They're very nice, thank you. And it's good to see you. Oh god, what's... I'm gonna heal a little bit. Oh, this is a little bit upsetting.
Ho there! Come back, good creatures. I mean you no harm.
Oh! I was about to kill him. But I guess those are friends? I was about to say, is this Shrek? And then I realized, oh no, what if we already killed Shrek? I hope not. Okay, so this stuff is dangerous also. This game is hard. I might need to go back to the Dimension of Death to get as many upgrades as I can. I think I'll load the swamp again since that's already copied from the virtual CD-ROM to the virtual hard drive. It's a little quicker to load. We'll explore a little here first, but if we don't make any progress, I might go back to the Dimension of Death to see if we can... like, if we get that mold, it sounds like that might be something that'll make us more powerful here. There's a mushroom. Honestly, mushrooms... oh, there's a bunch of mushrooms. But that's, like, not a lot of healing. There's so many guys harassing us. Jeez. Okay. Oh, there's big mushrooms over there. I'm guessing we can't eat those. Oh, this is killing me. I do kind of wonder if there might be something in the Dimension of Death that will help us deal with this swamp water better. Oh, yikes. I don't like the look of that. It's a tree with teeth. Boy. What? Okay, there we go. I've depleted all my health items, so things aren't looking good here. I can't get up on that. Huh. Rude enemies in this game. Oh, I should backflip. Get more height off a backflip. Connor, please. Had to resort to a backflip up that tiny step. All right, what's this do? Oh, we can drink from here. That's nice, at least. Like Mario taught us. You know, I have never played Mario 64. Maybe that's why I'm struggling here. I never truly learned the important things that Mario taught us. Obviously, there's been backflips in other Mario games, but I think that was the original backflip game, right? I have played like a little bit of it, but definitely not a lot. Like I kind of think just the very beginning area I've messed around in a little or something. There's multiple of those guys. Oops. Yeah, I really feel like there's something we need to deal with this area better. But I'm gonna see what... Okay. He's just laughing at me. That's... somehow even creepier than if it just murdered me. Oh boy. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna live much longer here. I'm fully out of health items. Maybe this time in the swamp will rust your equipment. We already got rust, so we're good on that department. Yeah, I'm gonna go back to the dimension of death, and I really hope we can get something to make our time in the swamp a little more manageable. I saved at the beginning of the swamp. I didn't bother to save during that because just I blew through all my items very quickly. We'll see. I'm trying to decide if I should look up any hints. Yeah, that's true. We know there's a healing spot in the swamp, but also there's so many enemies around, like we got to get past enemies, and also the swamp itself is dangerous. So, like, having to go back there every time we need to heal is not enough. And like we know the sylph, if we're able to get that mold, can give us some sort of protection spell. It's not clear to me exactly what that, like, no, I'm trying to get across this bridge. Sorry, I got distracted thinking about this corn bridge. My thought process was, in King's Quest VII, we had, like, corn was, like, a significant item and, like, this life-giving thing. And this is called the Bridge of Life, and I honestly wonder if it was intentional that this looks like corn. It seems kind of corny, you could say, but also possible? Who knows? Corn bridge, exactly. Hey, Unsecret Crush, how would you feel about looking up some hints for me? If you are occupied at the moment, that is totally fine. Just give me a yes or no, and then I'll tell you the things I am particularly wondering about at this point. Sure. Okay. So the main thing I'm wondering is whether I can solve these. You know, we have these 4 portals here. The thresholds, the game has called them at one point, of Halls of Life: War, Respite, Immortality, and Justice. And my main question is whether we need to progress further in the game to solve those, or whether we can figure that out now. And then also, same thing with the mold puzzle, which I think we probably have to solve at least part of this portal stuff before we can get the mold. I don't necessarily want to know how to solve anything. I'm just trying to figure out if we even can. For now, I'm gonna check out the portals again. I'm gonna use our spells of I think, like, they reveal hidden things basically, but they're limited, so I'm gonna want to restore if we don't find anything. I'm just gonna see what we can do in each of these portals. Should also have a little bit easier time dealing with the enemies in here now that we have the hammer. Okay. Excuse me.
This potion will reveal for me objects of deception, illusion, or invisibility.
Okay. So that does not seem to have done anything. Let's see what this said.
Perceive the eternal respite, a moment of pain for eternal life ever after.
Yeah, that's what I thought on Secret Crush. That hint makes it seem like maybe we need to take some damage from that death water, but that's not an option. But I just noticed as I was dying that there's a statue over there that's holding one of the shield potions. So maybe the shield would actually protect us against the water? I don't know if the items in these rooms are meant as hints for the room that they're in necessarily, but it seems possible. Hint site I'm using maybe isn't using the same names for things you are. Okay. I mean, like, I would call them portals. You know, like I said, the game called them thresholds, or, you know, maybe the hint site would just call them doors. But they are specifically labeled as war, respite, immortality, and justice. So if you see any of those words, then that's relevant.
Hall of Respite.
Halls is another word they use to refer to them. Yeah, that the Hall of Respite is the one I'm currently doing. So I'm gonna try using this shield potion and then seeing if that protects me at all from this water. Nope. Got a hint for that one. Okay. Let me try one thing first. I noticed a pillar over there, and I'm wondering if maybe I need to knock down the pillar from, you know, using the hammer or something like that. The other thought I had was, surely it's not as easy as, like, running up the side of this, right? No. Okay. Okay. It doesn't seem to be doing anything. Observe the large rocks. I was thinking about those also. Thank you. Okay. Oh! He just backflipped right over it. Oh! I don't know why it took me so long to think of this, but I think if I get up on the tall one, I can actually jump far enough to get across. Because like, he's got a very good long jump. Like, he can almost get across just jumping from the ground on one side. It's I find the movement in this game a real challenge. Let's see, is this gonna... Okay, we did it. He's not really on it, but the game thinks he's on it, and that's what matters. Honestly, I'm gonna save up here. Because I don't want to have to do those little jumps again if I can help it. Like, I think I'll make it, but if I don't, better safe than sorry. Oh, so close. Now I'm very glad I saved. Yeah, the music, overall, I've liked the music in this game. Come on. He was basically there. Unsecret Crush, I assume this is the correct solution and that I just need to do better. You're encouraging me and not giving me any further hints, so I assume I'm doing it right. I just got to do it more right. I do feel like I'm possibly jumping a little sooner than I need to. Yeah. I'd like to share some feedback on this game. They should let us Indiana Jones over. That'd be nice. Oh! Well, I'm glad that didn't fall on me. Huh. Like, did I have to actually jump straight at that pillar to do it? This game is wild. Alright, let's grab this. And what's all these skeletons? There's racks of skeleton heads. I'm gonna save again. Because I'm worried I'm gonna, like, die when I pick up the wrong skeleton head or something. Yeah, I do think I was too diagonal. It's just that, you know, if the pillar falling is how you get back, then maybe you specifically need to jump towards the pillar. Okay. Okay.
I bring with me a skull.
Mm-hmm.
I bring with me a skull.
You sure do. Do I need to place the skull in this statue? If that's true, it's probably got to be the right skull, right? Oh, let's peruse our many hints here. Three holds the key to creation and the infinite multitude of beings and numbers. Is that relevant? I don't know. The soul goes round upon a wheel of stars and all things return. We already did seek the bridge of life to cross the river of death. Shedding of blood leads to the pallor of death. The blood of mortality poisons the land. Not relevant. 7 holds the key to the rhythms of life, the number of completeness. I saved, so let's see what happens if I put whichever skull this is on here. Maybe doing it wrong will help us make sense of it.
This will not work.
Okay, that's not even the right thing to do.
This will not work. This will not work.
Where would we want to be honest, most of the hints I'm seeing are about getting across the river, not what you want to do on the other side. Since I can't put a skull on the statue here, I think the skull is something I use probably in one of the other rooms. And it's possible another room might have a hint that would guide me in the right direction here. I'm gonna take the seventh skull from the left on the third shelf down. I have the numbers 7 and 3, so that's like the best I can do with what I've got. I don't really think that either of those numbers are relevant to this puzzle, but we might as well take a skull with us. So we'll just take our best guess with the info we have. I'm gonna die getting back across here, I know it. Oh, I didn't so far. I really wish, like, I want to make sure I do a running jump here, but there's no way to tell whether I'm in walk or run mode. Okay, he's walking. Oh no. Okay. Oh, we need to talk to the boatman. Okay. I feel like we haven't accomplished what he last told us about. But maybe we show him the skull, that will get us a different hint. I am going to check out, since we're right here, I'm going to check out these other halls. And then we'll talk to the boatman after we've done what we can.
Hall of Respite.
Okay, I just went in a circle.
Hall of War.
Okay. Eventually we're going to run out of save slots, but we'll deal with that when we get to it. The hammer looks a lot stronger than the crossbow, but like based on numbers, it's not a huge boost. Like I think the crossbow was a 31 and this is a 36. Like it's definitely a decent step up, but like our sword is 105, so that seems a lot more powerful. Okay, got guys in here. Oh, and this has a bridge we need to jump across. Oh, there's another skeleton on the other side. Oh, careful there. There we go. Okay. Alright. I'm gonna grab these coins. Like, this one seems doable, just it looks like a huge pain in the ass. And based on the last one, it seems like they expect us to do some amount of platforming in this game, unfortunately.
War causeth great destruction and disturbance of equilibrium.
Okay. Mm-hmm. I'm trying to think, is that in any way a hint as to what we need to do here? Did we disturb the equilibrium? Why? By going to... I just loaded. God. Why does this keep happening to me? Read the thing.
Hall of
Okay.
War.
It's fine. I didn't lose that much, at least this time. I just got to beat up a couple skeletons again. I really would love a quick save, though. If I could just, you know, hit a key to save, I feel like it would save me from some amount of accidents. Because I say that, but I've definitely made this same mistake in other Sierra games where we do have like F5 and F7 to save and load. Okay. Save. A final hint about hints. Literally every hint starts with the boatman said, and then some stuff I'm sure you haven't heard the boatman say yet. Okay. That makes me think we're meant to start with healing the heart. That is useful, thank you. I have no thoughts on how to heal the heart, but it's good to know. So I feel like if I just jump from, if I do a running jump from here, I can make it to that second chunk of bridge out there. So I'm gonna try that and see what happens. Oh, that was very lucky. Okay. So we've got, this is a strength potion. Nice to have 2 of those now. Oh, is this statue missing a head? Interesting.
It worked. Lo, what have we here? A feather?
Progress. I'm honestly shocked that worked. Like, did I actually guess the right skull, or did it maybe not matter which skull? But a feather, I'm pretty sure we need for, there's a Hall of Justice, I think, that's got a scale in it. Did the skeleton drop anything? Doesn't seem like it.
'Tis now a complete statue of a warrior.
Gamer instinctuition, exactly. Hey Steve, good to see you. Alright, I'm gonna save. So it seems like we're done with those 2 rooms now. How are you loving the best game ever? I'm enjoying it very much, honestly. The platforming stuff we just had to do is not my favorite, but it hasn't been too bad. Mostly, I just wish it was a little quicker to save. Then it would be just faster to deal with screwing up on these jumps. Oop. Oh. For example. Like the first time I tried to do that, he kind of bonked on something. I don't even know what. Do you have any memory of which skull you took? Because it kind of seems like the process of figuring out is a little riddly, so it would indeed be wild if you just grabbed it randomly. Well, we had a couple of hints, which, you know, I said... we had a hint. 3 holds the key to creation and the infinite multitude of beings and numbers. So, like, that's not obviously relevant to what we were doing. But maybe? And then the other hint was 7 holds the key to the rhythms of life, the number of completeness. So it was like, we got 2 shelves, each one has 3 rows, and then on each row there's like, I don't know, there were like 8 or 9 skulls. So I thought, I'll take the third shelf down and the seventh skull from the left. And it sounds like that was right. I think the speed community says jumping is easier in first-person view. Interesting. Okay. This makes me more nervous because I can't see where his feet are, but that's probably more of a mental thing than anything. Okay. That worked out pretty good. Thank you for the tip. Did the boatman ever say the words down creation to you? I don't know. Which hall was that? Was war.
Hall of War.
So we've done war and respite, and we have immortality and justice remaining. Apparently the stuff you wrote down plus the boatman saying down creation is supposed to help you figure it out. Okay. Well, I mean, like I said, the boatman, the last thing he said to us was about the heart. So it's possible I'm actually doing these out of order, or out of the intended order. So maybe he didn't give me the hint that would have helped me piece everything together yet. It's also entirely possible he did say something about that and I just missed it.
Hall of Justice.
Okay, so justice is the one with the scale. And it sounds like we might be able to do that now? Creation equals 3, so you want down 3 and then the 7th skull. Okay. Have you tried talking? He's way over there. I don't want to go talk to him when there's puzzles right here. I'm saving. Not loading. We'll go talk to the boatman more. We'll see what happens. I'm curious if we'll get the same hint about the heart again. Oh! You know, it just occurred to me is that I don't think I've been trying to remember to talk to each character multiple times until we've exhausted their dialogue, but I absolutely did not do that with him. So that's probably where I screwed up and felt like I was struggling, because he probably had more to say if I kept talking to him. This is what I've been saying. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry for not getting it. My thought was that we need to solve the first puzzle he's talking about, and then he would have more dialogue about the next puzzle. But I think that was an incorrect assumption. As I'm, we've solved 2 of the puzzles now. I feel like healing the heart is our ultimate goal, and I think we might actually be doing them in the right order. I feel like probably we have the feather, which I think is going to help us with the Hall of Justice. So, I'm guessing once we do that one, we'll have something that can heal the heart.
I have found a feather.
Sure have.
Sir Boatman, I would seek to heal the Sacred Heart. Might I be the deliverer you aforementioned?
The heart of the deliverer wouldst be judged upon the scales of justice.
Scales of justice?
Equilibrium must be restored. Attain perfect balance against the feather of truth.
Aye, I shall do so.
Okay. I assume he went straight to that hint because we had already solved the first 2 areas. A very Dutch angle, yes. We've had a number of those. Hey, Fight Magic Item Run. Good to see you. Cameraman in this game needs to be fired. Harsh words. The angle there did seem a little unnecessary. I just think it's funny how you're like, what am I supposed to do here? And I'm like, talk to the boatman. And then you solve it anyway. That's just adventure games. Okay, I think Justice was... I'm pretty sure this is Respite, and I think Justice is diagonally opposite.
Hall of Respite.
We should chug some fountain water on the way.
Hall of Justice.
Brute forceman greater than Charon boatman. I mean, both are valid. Oh. Oh, right. I haven't actually been here in this save. The first time I explored these rooms, I did some restoring. Let's see, that's...
This potion will render me invisible to those lesser evil beings who would attack me. Attain truth to bring all the forces into perfect balance.
So we had a hint about truth on one of the pillars elsewhere. Truth did not come into the world naked, but it came in images. One must enter from the image into the truth. Sure. What does that mean? Like the only thing I can think of in terms of like, you know, what we can do with the objects we have that might work is to, you know, maybe we need to use an invisibility potion. Like nothing in the game has suggested that makes us lighter somehow. And I don't really see how it quite relates to that hint I just read. But it's also the best guess I've got. One must enter from the image into the truth. I think to start with, I'm just gonna get up on this pedestal and see what happens if I don't do anything.
Lo, I have found the scales of justice.
Mm-hmm.
It balanced.
Oh.
Hark. Is that a heartbeat?
Hail, Deliverer! Thou hast freed me and healed the Sacred Heart. The bloodletting hath ceased. Truly, thou art the champion eternal. The scales have proven thus. In the name of victory, Sir Champion, I wish you good speed.
Thanks. Hey, Zed. Welcome. Whence came this foul tempest indeed? Yeah, I was really expecting that to be harder than it was. Unsecret Crush said, I do not know how you're supposed to interpret those clues. All I know is Osiris will weigh you against a feather to decide if you go to hell or not. Is it possible to fail that somehow? Fight Magic Item Run says, I love when a user interface is crafted from a fine marble slab. Indeed. Okay. We don't need the feather anymore, I guess. All right. So it sounds like the heart in the last room is just automatically healed. I think I'll go in there anyway to take a look at the area, but it sounds like we maybe don't need to do anything else. And if I understand the other clues we were given correctly, I think that solving this will clear up the pools of blood we've seen elsewhere. So I think we can get that mold now. This area still looks gross.
This must be the sacred heart of which the boatman spoke.
Must be.
Heal me and save me from all vile, frightful, and red things.
Okay. Probably could fail if you kicked puppies. Yeah, I'm just trying to think, like, in terms of, like, is there anything in the game we could have done that was, like, bad? I feel like this was an era of Sierra games where they wouldn't have had that kind of, like, soft lock. So it seems unlikely. I think this is a classic example of knowing shit about mythology being required to solve a puzzle. Let's see, we're good on health. Oh, let's see if the map has changed. It has. Okay. So this area where it smelled of mold, it's kind of a yellowish color now. I think it's kind of just trying to suggest that that's a moldy area. And like there was blood there before, and there was blood along here and along here. And there were some pools down here, and all of those are gone now. Nice. I don't really mean to hit this menu, but we'll do another save while we're here. So, done with the thresholds. So, I think since it's a little bit on the way, I'll go talk to the boatman again. I'm just curious if he has anything else to say. And then we'll go get that mold, and then we'll bring it back to the Sylph. And then I think we might be finally done with the Dimension of Death. Get back to that swamp. The moldy area was a different spot than the heart. Okay, I wasn't sure about that. Yeah. I've been on for 2 hours? Is that correct? That can't possibly be correct. All of our clocks must be wrong. Do you know that you can access the Hall of War without going through the portal? I did not know that, Jabberwocky. Welcome. Interesting. I think this one is the Hall of War. So I'm guessing it's possible to, like, jump over this wall or something. Very interesting. I imagine that's a speedrunning strat to get through this area as quickly as possible.
You aforementioned the feather of truth, good boatman. Where might such be found?
Seekest thou the hall of respite? Judge the skulls on the left.
Okay.
Down creation, the one complete,
Oh,
stands out.
okay.
What?
Down creation plus completion equals all things.
Ah,
Thank you, sir. I shall keep that in mind.
so that's all very goofy, but that's clear references to those other two hints. So
How goes it, Sir Boatman?
You
we already
must
did that.
continue your quest, Deliverer.
Okay.
I can aid thee no further.
Assuredly, good sir. I vow my life to restore the world to proper order.
Thank you, Boatman. Let's get us some mold, and then I will take a break. Oh, the one in the upper right is the Hall of War. Okay. Yeah, that's where the statue was. Yeah, I think that this one is Respite. Can do backflips against the wall and it has platforms on the map. The paper is folded over at the spot. Interesting. Oh, I took a wrong turn. Honestly, I should just run around with the full map open more often. I really hope that whatever the Sylph gives us helps with the swamp, because if that's just like a spike in difficulty I have to deal with, I'm not excited about it. Oh. A crate I haven't smashed. No goodies inside. Oh well.
Phew. What's that moldy smell?
I think it's mold, buddy. There we go. Yeah, I just want to examine the
I
mold.
have fetched some green mold.
Great. Also got a nice supply of mushrooms here. All right. Looks like the way we came is the quickest route back. Okay, I could go straight across here. I would honestly love to play a slightly updated version of this with like console controller controls. I feel like my least favorite part of the game is just the controls feel a little bit awkward. I guess maybe I don't play a lot of PC games, so maybe if I did, it would feel more normal to me. It's not like super weird. You know, by default, you're using the arrow keys to move and the mouse to look. I set it up so I've got WASD set up, which just feels a little more comfortable to me. But it's just pressing keys to move around is not my favorite. I'd rather use controller sticks. Oh, I'm already full on health. Okay, so I'm going to pause here and take a quick break. Let's do a save right now. I am saving, not loading, and I'll be back in just a few minutes, and then we will finally use our mole to get this spell of protection. I can't wait to find out what exactly that does. Back in a few. Okay. Oh gosh, Culinary, I am sorry to hear about your air conditioning. Hope you are able to get it fixed quickly. Okay, let's give this lady some mold.
I have found some mold, dear lady.
Wonderful. Now, behold.
I am grateful, good damsel. Your kindness has inspired me.
Be careful, O champion of champions.
Okay, so that gave us a defense boost. I think that was a 17 before, and now it's a 22. Oh, random access memories. Oh no, what'd I do? Okay, I think I just clicked near enough to the fountain to drink some water. Okay, I gotta grab my floppy disks real quick here. Oh, left side or right side? Please choose. I am the Master of Skulls now, Hinton. I almost accidentally solved the skull puzzle. I took some numbers I had without knowing if the numbers were relevant, and I applied them to the skulls as best as I could, and it was right. Right side. Okay. I gotta say, I feel like the right side has more of the good ones on it. But I also feel like we've looked at more of the ones on the right side. Okay, I am closing my eyes and I am thinking about where to pull a disc from. Oh no. It's blank. We'll give you another one. There's definitely a lot of luck of the draw here. Some of them are going to have very little on them, and I'm not going to have much to share about them, but a completely blank one is just no fun at all. Ooh, did I do this one before? I can't remember.
Which one?
This is Pump It Up. I don't think I did. I
You
don't.
talk about Pump It Up a lot, but I don't think it's ever been pulled.
Yeah, I've mentioned it on stream, but I think this is the first time I've pulled the discs out of
Also,
the.
hello everyone.
That's on Secret Crush. Going back to her hole. So this is a game I made. I think it was actually made in Supercard. Supercard was a kind of a like. HyperCard was a tool made by Apple in which you had these like cards or screens. You could draw whatever you wanted on a card, and then you could write scripts. You could add buttons and make those buttons do something. So it was a little bit like. Making a web page. But, this was at least before the internet was common. And it was designed to be very approachable and easy for anyone to do. And then Supercard kind of took the idea of HyperCard and added a lot of new things to it. Also, HyperCard is what was used to create Myst in the original version. They also made a lot of modifications to HyperCard to allow it to do a lot more. So Pump It Up is a game I made in, I believe, Supercard that was based on... I don't know if any of y'all remember these Reebok shoes that had on the tongue there was like half sphere, like basketball, I think, kind of a button that you would press to pump up the shoe, and like the shoe itself would inflate a little bit to give you a really snug fit. And so the gameplay here is that you are bungee jumping off a bridge, and you have to pump up your Reebok pumps just the right amount in order to successfully bungee jump off the bridge. And not die, I guess. If you pump up your shoes too much, I believe the bungee cord will break. And if you don't pump them up, you'll just slip right out of them as you go down. And there, I found some of the files recently, and I did these goofy little like animated text things that come up when you die to like tell you what you did wrong. It was all very goofy, but this specifically was, I guess, a copy I gave to my dad. I think he wanted to show it to somebody. So this disc says, "Pump it up. Works only on hard drive. Put everything in one folder from both discs." And then there's also a note here. "Please get camcorder from Uncle Jim. Thanks, Mike." And then this is the disc 2. Pump it up 2. And I love how colorful these discs are. Very good. So that's your random access memories. Thank you so much for redeeming that, Dr. Shellbait. Hold on. I missed a lot of chat. I'm scrolling up here. Shout outs to Uncle Jim. Yeah, I know I posted a photo of those discs on Nina Marie's Discord a while back, so it's probably what you remember the note from him. Eden Waith, welcome. Good to see you. Someone who grew up on Sierra Adventure games I loathed Myst. I enjoyed Myst quite a bit myself, especially like that came out when I was already very familiar with and enjoyed HyperCard a lot. So it was kind of neat to like see someone using the same tools I was familiar with to make this, really interesting and fairly involved adventure game, which is kind of fun to like, feel like, I could make this with the things I already know how to do, which is not really true, but it kind of felt like that. Obviously, I did not have advanced enough skills to make something that advanced. The Robin Hood Men in Tights movie had the Reebok pump shoes. That's fascinating. I'm pretty sure I've seen that movie, but I do not remember that part at all. There are also shoes with air in the soles. Huh. Yeah, I think I've seen those before. I was less familiar with those. Never had those as a kid. Probably a good thing, because kids would be jerks in the gym locker room and pop the air with a pencil while you were taking a shower. Oh, jeez. In the process of learning the new notary tool to notarize Mac apps, or to replace AL tool for the deprecated method to notarize apps. Yeah, I've never done. I'll do all my notarization through Xcode, so I haven't fooled around with those too much myself. I know a lot of people are not fans of the whole notarization process. I hope it's not giving you too much trouble. Silver says, the resident Myst fan has logged in. Hello, have you heard of the Gospel of Denis? I never... I know I played Myst lots of times. I think I even played Real Myst a little bit. And I have 2 copies of Riven. I believe I have a CD-ROM copy that's like on multiple CDs, and then they did like a DVD-ROM version that was everything on one disc. So that's how I ended up with 2 copies of that. But I did not ever play any of the later games, I don't think. Edenway says, in Myst, I didn't care how you could only carry one inventory item at a time, at least in the Windows version. No real characters to interact with, just seemed like a lot of random wandering around and poking at puzzles to figure out what is going on. And Sierra tried to copy those types of games. That is definitely valid criticism. It's, you know, it's a very different approach. I found it enjoyable myself, even though like if I had to pick, I would definitely choose like, you know, a traditional Sierra style 2D game myself if I could only play one type of game. Doing some Mac ports for AGS games and some other older projects. So those are the cases where I do the code signing and notarization from the command line. Yeah, that makes sense. I was looking at StairQuest the other day. I was in Decaf Jedi stream and that came up. It's a game he worked on with some other people. That's kind of an homage to classic Sierra games that I've had my eye on for a bit. I was thinking I might stream it at some point. So I was checking out the itch.io page, and you know, since I'm a Mac user myself, I was interested in Mac support, and I happened to see some comments from a couple of years ago about how the game was not running on like High Sierra or whatever the latest OS was at the time. And then there was like a thread of replies where you popped in at one point and said that you were working on getting AGS games running on Mac without using Wine, and then I scrolled back up and saw that there was an update posted where you had helped them get a much better Mac version out. That was just fun to see that little series of replies resulting in an update to the game. But that was cool, and I appreciate your work on that. I think I will definitely play that at some point. I know very little about the game. I'm a little bit terrified of a game inspired by Sierra games called StairQuest. But I'm excited to see what it's all about exactly. It said not using Xcode is choosing the hell dimension difficulty of Mac development. Silver said, Riven is real good, but Exile and Revelations are probably my favorite, 3 and 4. Did I play Exile? I might have. Just seeing the name, I don't know. I can't remember for sure. I would have to like look at screenshots, I think, and even then I might not be entirely sure. Definitely have the strongest memories of the first two. Okay, so we've got our boosted up health. Let's see if we can chat anymore.
I can aid thee no further, brave knight.
Okay.
Good luck to thee.
Oh yeah, I was also gonna take a quick look at our notes here. We cross off Sylph, Rust, and Mold. 3 holds the key to creation. Truth, we got that all figured out. At one point we were told, at the appointed time, all shall be judged. I don't know what that means. Like, was that maybe referring to when we were weighed on the scale? Soul goes round upon a wheel of stars and all things return. I think that was a hint on a pedestal. I don't know if that relates to something we did or not. We took care of the blood. 7 holds the key to the rhythms of life. All right, the kid in Daventry. Should we go back to Daventry and see if that kid is there, or should we continue on to the swamp? Tough question. Exile has Brad Dourif. Nice. An entire game of climbing up and down the hills from King's Quest III and kicking cats. I assume that's a joke, but it also seems believable. Friend and I got very skilled at going up and down that mountain in King's Quest 3. Yeah, definitely. It kind of forced you to. She wanted the Rust and Mold to craft a spell to boost our defense, basically. Our defense went up like 5 points. My dialogue tree is exhausted, Brave Knight. Okay. Okay, we got one vote for going back to Daventry, it sounds like. If anyone else wants to give an opinion on this. Actually, it looks like we're pretty close to this portal where we can teleport. So I think it makes sense to pop over there and see if, you know, maybe we'll get something that'll help us deal with the swamps better. Like, it's probably an optional thing if there is even anything. But, you know, might be something that'll help us out in some way. Honestly, even like healing items would be great right now. I do not feel super good about where I'm at with healing items going back to that swamp. I assume with better defense, it'll go better, but... Like, I have 14 mushrooms and then one, like, item that'll give me a more significant boost in health. The mushrooms almost do nothing at this point. Like, they're better than nothing, but not by a lot. Daventry. Let's go. Edenway says, in other game-related news, I finally got notice that my playdate will be shipping soon. Nice. Glad to hear it. I hate to say that my playdate has been a little neglected. Not because I'm not interested in it, just because there are too many gosh darn games. I will say the one kind of knock against the system itself is that not having any sort of backlight has, I think, been a little bit of a hindrance in me playing it more often. I tend to play games more often in the evening, and I guess when it comes down to it, the place I'm normally sitting in, our living room, just isn't, there's no good light there for you know, doing something on a screen that isn't backlit. Obviously, I could find another spot to sit down and play some Playdate games. I just feel like the circumstances have resulted in me, you know, being, oh, I should, you know, go grab the Playdate and check it out. That's kind of resulted in me playing it less than I would have otherwise. And also, I've been wanting to stream more of it, and I just have not had the time. I would like to stream some more of those games at some point. But overall, I've really enjoyed the system, what I have played. I'm really excited to play more of that, let's see, was it called Demon Quest 85? Demon summoning game. Casual Birder I liked a lot. I made pretty good progress in Casual Birder, but it gets a little hard. I know Radstronomical put together a little hint page at some point that I might need to consult, but I didn't want to look at it quite yet. Because solving puzzles is fun. What else? I haven't unwrapped it yet, but the Ratcheteer, or maybe it's just Ratcheteer, is a game I'm very interested in. Sean Inman worked on. Big fan of a lot of his games. You know what? I'm just kind of going on autopilot here, and I think I'm going in the wrong direction. I think this is the house over here. At least I didn't go too far in the wrong direction. Silver said there are a bajillion games right now. Yeah, I think I've hit the point where all the games are available to me in the season, and I've seen lots of third party games you can get on itch or whatever that look interesting. There's so much to choose from. Anyway, said the lack of backlight seems to be the biggest gripe I've heard about the Playdate. I haven't heard any explanation for panic on that design decision, but I'm guessing it's due to preserving the battery. Yeah, I think it's probably like from what I've heard, the screen it uses, they found that screen and felt they could make a fun and interesting system using that screen. And I'm sure just like a lot of the constraints of like battery life and stuff like that were a big factor in what made that seem like a good choice. And I love the way the screen looks. It's very cool. I feel like in an ideal world, there'd be a couple different play dates, and you could choose the super tiny original model, or maybe one that's a little bigger, so it's got room for a bigger battery and has a backlight and stuff like that. I don't know if that's like feasible for them to ever do. I'm certainly crossing my fingers. I don't know why I'm going for the toilet. That's not where we need to go. There she is. Oh, geez, that's... Her brother died in the dimension of death, and her family is all stone. That's rough.
Good. You are safe, young maid. By the way, what is your name?
Granny, good sir. I'm glad to be home. But something is wrong. Daventry is dark, and all the people are turned to stone. Even my parents.
A tragedy has occurred, Granny, but it can be overcome. That is my quest. Soon, Daventry and all of its inhabitants will be restored once again.
I believe in you, Sir Knight. Oh, I almost forgot. My father's gold. See, there, on the table? Please take it. I know he would approve.
Thank you, Gwenny. I may need it.
I was about to say, I think we maybe already took your father's gold, but I guess there's more now. Playdate TV, now you're thinking, Hinton. It said, I'm really digging the whole 1-bit graphics. Yeah, like, personally, like, as someone who grew up with a Mac, like, I 100% love that design constraint that they put on themselves, because I think 1-bit graphics are really interesting and just a fun design constraint to work around. And, like, I feel like you can do so much with it, especially with such a high-resolution screen, that it's way more of an interesting design constraint than it is a limitation. Okay, so we got some extra gold. Shoot. I'm not sure where we were at before I grabbed that, but I feel like that was maybe quite a bit. We're at 1290 gold now. I feel like last time I looked we were in like 500s maybe. But I have picked up a little since I last looked at that. And then we also got some experience, so we leveled up one. So that should help also. At least I think we leveled up. There was a little fire on the level number, so I think that happens when you level up. But that was a worthy detour, I think. And now we can get back to the dimension of death and then make our way to the swamp. Yeah, I don't think we can buy anything yet either. My memory is that when we get to like the mines or whatever, there's some dwarves in there that you can purchase stuff from. I don't know if there's anywhere else we might be able to purchase items. Kind of weird Connor never mentions the dead brother. Yeah. I'm trying to remember if there was any dialogue about that when we rescued her. My Mac SE also approves of the 1-bit graphics. Nice. I saw a thread on Twitter the other day of someone that got like, it was honestly probably extremely similar to the original Mac that I grew up with and still have out in the garage. It was not the original Mac. Like ours was like eventually upgraded to have specs similar to a 512K Mac. But there's a thread where somebody was taking an old non-working Mac and like cleaning it up really well and getting it in working order again. And I briefly had some thoughts of, I wonder if this is a thing I could do. And then I read further in the thread. I was like, no. I just don't have enough experience with that type of thing, especially to have to deal with potentially unexpected, problems that might come up in trying to get it running again. Even if I did have a guide of different things to look out for. Efton said, should introduce her to the Half-Stone Mage so that they have someone to talk to. That's a good point. Hopefully she'll, wander around Daventry and find our wizard friends so they can chat. Maybe she can bring him food once in a while. And then give the kid some markers to draw on the Half-Stone Mage. I like these ideas. Yeah, Edenway said, how come the dwarves aren't stone, or do that spell only work above ground, and why not monsters? I do not know the answer to that. I'm just going from memory. Maybe it was only something that happened above ground. Just thinking through this, like the story is that everyone turned to stone, and then like the monsters came out from their normal hiding spots. So that's why there's monsters roaming free throughout Daventry. And then we have, the brother and the sister that were in the dimension of death, and they didn't turn to stone. And then also, various monsters in the dimension of death didn't turn to stone. So I think it does make sense that maybe it only affected like above ground, like this kind of this foul tempest came through and like, physically, having that pass through is what turned him to stone. But then, of course, Connor was spared because he was holding a piece of the mask. But I think not affecting anyone underground makes a lot of sense. I'm curious if that ever comes up explicitly. Okay, so if we go to the middle here, it looks like we should now have a path straight up to the Bridge of Life. The Corn Bridge, if you prefer. Whoa. I'm going to do a quick save before we go through here, since it's been a little bit. Oh, I'm on load. I'm so glad I caught that. God, that would have sucked. I don't. Oh no! It finally happened. We ran out of space. Okay, for this one, I'm just going to overwrite. The annoying thing here is that when we overwrite, it doesn't bump it to the top. So our latest game will no longer be at the top when we need to load, which is going to be super annoying. I might, after this stream, go through and like weed out a bunch of the old files just so I don't have to deal with that annoyance. I saw one reference that I want to say was said there were 51 save slots. I don't know why that number, and I don't know for sure if that's correct. I would not be surprised if we have that many at this point. I'm not gonna count them all, but I want to kind of scroll through. Yeah, that's probably about right. I've been mostly doing new saves every time just in case. Okay. Yes, take us to the swamp. We are ready for the swamp now. Yeah, I think I saw a reference that Quest for Glory 5 had unlimited saves. Yeah, I have no idea. It's such a weird number. Oh, time for meds. Okay, hopefully now that we're leveled up, we'll have a little bit better luck in the swamp. And also we know that we want to go towards the right. To get to that.
Where am I now? A swamp?
Water pump where we can restore our health. We also do not want to walk around without a weapon. I think we're mostly going to want to use the hammer. Just because there's a lot of these guys that love to run away. And then these guys are slow, so we can get some hits in before they get to us. Okay. That went pretty well. I can't figure out what is the deal with the swamp hurting you. Like, I don't know if you just need to not stay still for too long. I don't know if there's certain spots that do damage. I don't know if maybe it's just random. Okay, we got him. Yeah, multiple times it has happened when I've stood still for a little bit. I think since I've taken a fair bit of damage, I'm going to try to get to that water pump. And there's mushrooms everywhere, so it's probably not worth trying to collect them all. I should maybe just gather a bunch if I'm getting low. Oh, there's a guy there. These guys kind of blend in with the plants, huh? Oh no! I didn't even notice my health had gotten that low. Oh, and I forgot. This has got to be the most annoying thing about the save system. I have to load the Dimension of Death now because I forgot to save when we got to the swamp. I did that the first time we came here, but I completely forgot this time. So we have to just delete all the files for the swamp, load the Dimension of Death, and then do it all over again. At least I have a moment to catch up on chat now. There was a final boss in the Dimension of Death, a big tough skeleton that was surrounded by lesser skeletons. It was a pretty tough fight. I was honestly surprised we were able to get through it. It definitely would have been better if I had gotten that defense potion before doing it, but I was honestly just kind of experimenting to see how feasible the fight was, and I happened to do pretty well on it, so I figured I would keep going. It would have been nice to use less of my potions, but oh well. Yeah, there were a couple larger skeletons throughout the level. It's the garbage monster from the Death Star 1, hiding in the swamp to drag Connor to a watery grave. I honestly, like, the animation that happens when he gets hurt for standing in the swamp too long makes it kind of seem like there's supposed to be something under there that's, like, biting him and pulling him down a little. Save loading is possibly worse than trying to load a game from floppies in Quest for Glory 2. Could result in some serious disk swapping. Yeah,
A swamp?
I sure do not miss having to swap floppy disks to get through a game. Hey Daniel, good to see you. How's the QA this bad boy given the loading screens take ages? Yeah, I honestly don't even remember how slow this was, you know, back on a physical hard drive and whatever speed CD-ROM was current at the time, but it must have taken a while. Uh-oh. That's not what you want to see. I don't think we need to send Microsoft an error report. I was trying to remember when that other crash happened. I feel like that was in the Dimension of Death, wasn't it? Like, I want to say it was during that big skeleton fight. Fingers crossed this doesn't happen too often. I am a little concerned that it's been happening. It's happened twice today, whereas previously it hadn't crashed at all. It's possible that restarting Windows might help, but I think I had booted it up fresh when I started the stream. Okay, I'm gonna try to keep a better eye on my health here. Where'd that little guy go? There he is. Okay. I'm just gonna go ahead and book it without worrying about picking up mushrooms. I just feel like it's not worth it. Oh, okay, so since we're in the swamp, we can't actually jump as far. We can't do the long jump you get when you are able to do like a good running jump. Just take out this guy here. Am I hitting him? Oh, I think I'm actually hitting this tree in front of me. Okay, that went well at least. These things are so rude. Okay. Got him, and now we can heal up here. And now I'm going to do another save, since we're in a nice safe spot here. I'll just go ahead and overwrite that one. Dimension of crash. So it's funny that it crashed immediately after we were talking about QA. Of course, I am playing this in Windows XP, which had not come out at the time this game was released. I feel like it would probably run a little better in 95 or 98, but I could not get that running in VMware Fusion. It's possible I could figure out a way to do it if I spent more time on it, but it seemed like it was running well enough, so I gave up trying to pursue it further. It sure is a sound. Boy, I got two of them here. Oh god, there's three. Oh god. I'm so glad I just saved. I think I'm occasionally having trouble healing in this area. I'm not sure why that is. I think maybe like if I'm presently taking damage or something, I'm not able to heal. In previous fights, I have not had too much trouble, you know, mashing the, you know, mushroom button or whatever healing item in the middle of a fight. It seems like it's not working as well here. Question: how much green should there be in the swamp? Answer: yes. I still can't help but wonder if there's something that would make it easier to get through the swamp. These trees with teeth don't seem to attack me. They're just super creepy. And they laugh at me if I try to hurt them. Is that a... Oh, I think the skeleton's got like a bow. Huh.
assuredly I shall fare better.
That's a nice upgrade. What's... Oh, okay. I guess if you get too close to them, they'll hurt you. That was a pretty good upgrade, and that'll definitely help a little bit in this area. We now have a 43 point crossbow up from our 38 hammer. Oh, and it seems a lot faster. Okay, it is a normal bow, actually. So this is definitely an improvement. Oops. I don't think I said this out loud right. I think these trees are definitely creepier than the ones in Perils of Rosella. Not a fan. Let's... I'm gonna do a different save here. Switching weapons now makes me a little nervous because we previously had a puzzle that we had to have the axe to solve. And in getting this bow, we have dropped our hammer into the swamp. So if there's for some reason another puzzle we need the hammer for, I think we're kind of screwed at this point. So I want to make sure I have a new save just in case. Oh, I thought I was overwriting. What? Okay, maybe I should just delete some right now. I thought I could like change the name and overwrite it, but it doesn't seem like it's letting me do that. We've got so many of these Dimension of Death saves. I'm just gonna delete every other one here. Okay. Alright, let's see if this bow is better able to deal with 3 of these little dudes. It is still not great. Like, I feel like the biggest problem is I'm missing a lot. Just because they move around so much. Okay, we're definitely doing better. And it does help to know that, like, enemies don't respawn in this game. So, like, now that I've dealt with those 3 enemies, I won't have to deal with those particular ones again. The more I go through this game, I'm wondering if at some point I might actually want to like spend a little time off stream, like just kind of thinning out the enemies and leveling up a little. So far it hasn't been too much of an issue. It seems like it keeps getting more difficult. Oops. And like if I'm off stream, then it seems less annoying to like kill 2 guys and then walk all the way back to heal at the unlimited healing fountain. And I can't tell you why, but this green looks worse than this green. Does that make any sense? I guess maybe it's partially just because it's an unfamiliar type of green stuff. I don't know what it'll do to me. I should definitely save again, shouldn't I? Oh. Okay, I put my Swamp 2 save way down here. I'm just gonna write over that one. Toxic green versus nature green, yeah. There's a... Oh, what? I don't like that. I don't like you. Okay. So I was trying to say there's like a brown mark on the map here. I think maybe it's indicating these creatures here. It looks like a drawing of one of those. Okay. Oh. Okay. It seems like when I hit them, they go down into the water for a little bit. They don't really die. But I can shoot them and get past them safely. Okay. Interesting. This game is creepy. Okay, I'm on partially solid ground here. I'm gonna do another save. I did load again. How? So this pyramid's got to be something. Like, I don't know if this is supposed to be like a pyramid or if it's just supposed to be a mountain kind of thing. But it seems like it's got to be something. There's not really anything to it, though. I thought maybe there'd be a door on one side or something. My health's not great. Let's eat some mushrooms. Yes, I appreciate the attempt to warn me. I wish there was not a chat delay. It probably could have saved me from so many mistakes. Yeah, at least we haven't kill saved yet. I assume you mean like saving like as you're dying, basically. Oh, I didn't realize we walked past a spot that has a skull marked on it. And I also see a little bit here of what looks like one of the teleport spot markers. I think I'm going to try to get back to there because that would be useful if we need to backtrack. I feel like for now at least we've... Yeah, that guy got me. Oh, that guy's getting me. Oh crap, oh crap. Oh, there's like a platform here. Interesting. Okay, so the teleport portal is up there. Yeah, I am definitely a little slower typing on an iPad also. I guess I shouldn't worry about wasting my mushrooms too much since there's... Oh, there's a guy over here. There we go. Okay, that's what I was looking for. I figured there was a spot here we could use the grappling hook.
No, a place to use my map. I can magically transport from here.
Okay. Assume it's... Yeah, there it is. All right. Don't need to use that right now. I just wanted to make sure it's fully marked on our map. I'm excited to find the swamp witch. Oh, what was that? Oh, there's a bat. Okay. I heard it chirping. Bats are very hard to get. There we go. Nice. Oh, okay. I think I was right about this different type of green water because that's... This area marked with this skull and crossbones is right in the middle of that stuff. So I think that would like insta-kill us or something probably. Got him. I'm currently making my way back to the fountain so I can heal up since I have one item that will give me, I think, most of my health back, if not all of it, but I really want to conserve that. I think this is the pump here. Oh, I was in walk mode. This is better. Okay. This takes so many clicks to fill up on this water. They really make you work for it. Okay, let's save again. We can overwrite that one. Six Seven says, holding my breath, but I think the power is back on. I hope you are correct. It's great to hear. Honestly, it's kind of tricky on whether to grab these mushrooms, because if I spend too much time grabbing mushrooms, then I'll take damage from the swamp. Why is it so hard to click on them? For example. That did a good chunk of damage, jeez. I don't understand why this is not... It's like there's one pixel of the mushroom you can click on. Okay. There's so much more swamp to explore. It's about wrapping up time, but I wanna check out just a teeny bit more. Oh, there's some more of that bad sludge. I hit this guy from here. I don't really know if there's a maximum range for your ranged weapons. Okay. Got him. Alright, these unusual creatures that are apparently friends. God, this is so creepy. They're whispering.
'Tis beyond my reach.
They almost look like kind of mummified bodies. Like
Good creatures, of what do you speak?
Alright. I kind of wonder if I need to, like, get some spell that'll let me talk to him or something. Oh, a structure. Oh, oh no. Oh. I think I might have gone too close to the bad green. Makes me think of the bobblehead forest spirits from Mononoke. Can definitely see that. I don't have a weapon out. That's dangerous.
Beyond my reach.
Oh, shoot. Oh, crap. Oh, no. That was close. Oh, no. The swamp keeps getting me. All right. I need to book it back to the drinking fountain. Whew. Nectar of the Gods. Swamp Life is so hard. Yeah, I think I was talking last week about the consumable items. Like, if you overuse them, that's definitely going to put you in a situation where I don't know if you would necessarily be like definitively soft locked, but like you could potentially make the game extremely hard if you overuse them and don't make use of the infinite sources of healing enough. Because as far as I can tell, there's a limited quantity of items. You know, like here we have tons of mushrooms, but it's still a finite supply. If we use them all, they're gone. And, you know, mushrooms aren't even very good healing items. They just give you a tiny little bit. You know, the better the healing item, the more limited it is. Which is a lot of the reason I've been hesitant. Like I have one really good healing item right now, and I absolutely do not want to use that unless I have to. All right, so I hate to say it, but I think that's gonna be it for today. We did make very good progress, I think. I think we're pretty much completely done with the Dimension of Death. Like, I don't think we left anything unsolved there. There was this one hint: the soul goes round upon a wheel of stars and all things return. I still, like, I'm not sure if that relates to something we did or not. But that's like the only hint that stands out as something we might not have done. But I can't think of anything, you know, any obstacles or anything else we encountered there that seemed like a thing we could do at some point. So I think we're done there. We do still have the unicorn whose horn was stolen by the Swamp Witch, which I assume we'll encounter here. I kind of figured we'd have to go back to Daventry to return the horn, but Jabberwocky said a little bit ago that the unicorn is actually here now, so we might not have to go back to Daventry for that. We're still working on our Spell of Might. Again, like, I feel like that's going to be much later in the game when we finally get around to that. But we're getting there. Gosh, I'm real curious how many streams it's going to take to finish this game. This is the 4th stream, and we're only in the 3rd area. It's possible some later areas will go by a little quicker, but the way things are going, I think we have quite a few streams left still. So let me hit my schedule button. Still have family in town for the next week. They'll be heading back home a week from today. So next week's Saturday stream should not be an issue at all. Tuesday's stream is unfortunately a teeny bit of a question mark. I'm going to do my best to make sure I can do that stream. But if it comes down to, you know, see my brother and his family one more time or do a stream, I will have to choose seeing my brother's family. So just wanted to mention that. I hope it won't be an issue, but we shall see. And then I'm pretty sure Unsecret Crush will be able to do her stream on Monday. Usual. Well, actually, I'm not sure. I won't be surprised if she ends up doing a Genshin stream, just because there's so much. This event is really significant. There's a ton of there's a ton of story stuff, and there's a ton of like, you know, little puzzles and stuff. I've been really enjoying it. It's interesting and enjoyable in a lot of different ways. And that's going for another month, but like the way things are going, like it's too much content to only have one stream a week, I think. Until Crush just said in chat, if stream happens Monday, it is likely to be Genshin. That's what I figured. So good and so large, yes. But let's see who we could raid here. Choices. I'm gonna pop in take a quick glance at somebody I'm not really familiar with to see what if this is a stream that might be fun. Yeah, sure, why not? We're gonna pop in on someone that's playing a little King's Quest 6. Toby Wolf. I got that right. There we go. Okay. Thank you all for hanging out once again. I appreciate your subscriptions. Once again, Silver and 6-7. And also the random access memories redeem was very enjoyable. And I hope we'll see you around. Fingers crossed we get to play more Laura Bow on Tuesday. And if nothing else, we'll get to play more Mask of Eternity next week. So have a good weekend, y'all, and take care. Bye.